Today we're out in Bear Brook State Park, and I've got a really interesting meal today. It's a butternut squash apple risotto. The dehydration process was really interesting to see how it came out, and I was just really surprised. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen when we rehydrate this. It's going to be really challenging to make sure this hydrates properly. Is it going to be nice and creamy like a risotto normally is, or what's going to happen? I can't wait to see how this turns out, and I hope you'll join me in a few minutes.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
We have all ingredients prepped and ready to go. Everything's chopped up, measured out, just ready to be dumped right in the pot when it becomes time. When you're making risotto, this is super helpful because risotto, you need to continually stir it in order for it to cook right. So you can't be running around the kitchen getting things ready or taking things out of the cupboard. So having it all prepped like this is going to be really helpful. So let's get started and get the risotto going.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. You know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no
Today we're out in Bear Brook State Park doing a quick hike. It's a gorgeous day out. It's another one of those nice, cool fall days where it's not too hot, not too cold. We're going to be trying to follow one of these trails. It's not well marked. Let's see how it goes. Well, we have got ourselves good and lost at this point. What's happened to us is that we tried to take one of those less used trails and couldn't find any markings, but I thought that the dirt road that I took was, the trail just marked a little funny on the map because it was in the same spot, but it looks like I probably missed the actual trailhead. So now I'm out here doing a little bit of bushwhacking, trying to make my way up a little brook, and there's supposed to be a reservoir up there. Trail is supposed to go near that, so we should have a pretty easy time getting back on the trail once we get back to the reservoir. And yeah, that shouldn't be a problem to find. So just keep on keeping on. Alrighty, well, we found something. It's like another old road, but it's thin enough to be a trail. I think we're back on the path. I think we found our spot for lunch. Nice and peaceful. First step in making any dinner when I'm hiking with my dog is to feed him something, because otherwise I will not be able to focus. He'll be all over me. It'll be driving me nuts. So I'm just gonna give him a little bit of kibble. Here you go, bud. And now we can get started on our risotto. All right, so here it is, the risotto. Really looking forward to see what happens with this. So to get started, as usual, we want to get some water boiling. I want to get half the volume of that of water. So we're going to start with that, which I don't even think is half. But let's see how that goes. Some of the Parmesan's starting to melt and stick together. Okay, there's not enough water in there, so we want to get some more before it gets down too low. Because camp stoves are terrible at simmering. I think it actually, I don't even know if it's the camp stove that's bad at simmering, or if it's the fact that the pots are so thin that they transfer the heat really, really, really well. Ooh, yeah, okay. See, now it's starting to get a little creamy. I have to admit, I'm a bit nervous about how this is going to turn out. Oh yeah, it's starting to look nice and creamy. Okay, well this time I think it was a good idea to start off with a low amount of water and work my way up. It's starting to get to that creamy risotto texture. I'll make sure to get that liquid on the bottom of the pot to keep it from burning. Getting creamy. The rice is starting to look a little more fluffy. That is done. I'm just gonna let it soak for a little while. See if it absorbs a little bit more. Oh yeah. This is a success. Get that lid on. It's at the point where I don't want to add more liquid because I want it to be a nice creamy sauce and not a big soupy mess. The rice is just a touch more al dente than I'd like, but if I let it sit, it's gonna soak in some more of that liquid while it's there. It's warm, so it'll soak it in. If I keep it on the burner, it'll burn, and I don't want that, obviously. So if you had a pot cozy at this point, this is when you'd stick it in there for sure, maybe even a little earlier. I would definitely say that this is one of the more challenging meals to rehydrate because it's going to be really sensitive about the amount of water you have in there. Too much, it's going to be a soup. Too little, it's going to burn. You want it to be just creamy, and I think we nailed it today. Hopefully we did. Let's give it another couple minutes and then we'll find out. Okay, well I think this is ready for us to check on it. Nice. Yeah. That is nice looking. Look at that. That looks just like when we had it at home when it was done cooking. That is amazing. Wow. Oh, this is gonna be so good. See how it tastes. Yes. Yeah. Spot on. The rice rehydrated from sitting there. The butternut squash, you know, you can taste that. And it's got that little bit of sweetness from the apple. So good. I declare this best recipe we've made so far. Absolutely.